Hodgins was his intended receiver.
That'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He gets it complete to A.T. Perry.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A.T. Perry,
49 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2 because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties because they're the ones back, each with half the field responsibilities. The corners don't retreat very far in cover 2. They're closer to the line of scrimmage, so now you've got 4 receivers putting pressure on 2 guys covering. Usually you'll find someone open, and that's exactly what they did there. Made the catch and carried it all the way into the end zone.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown.
Chris Olave.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the long touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd of this first half, as his guys take over with a 1st down.
They'll set up a throw on the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Dancing to his left.
That one deep for Hodgins.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. That one deep for Hodgins.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 36 yards on the play.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Into the hands of Perry, complete.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A.T. Perry,
already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few...
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's been unstoppable in this first half. 4 touchdown passes on the ledger already. Closing in on the all-time record in the first half, by the way, which is 6 touchdown passes as this drive starts 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right.
He completes it to Olave. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left.
He lets it go deep for Olave. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play. Out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He'll find Hodgins there, complete.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Back to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now back to throw. He's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. What a happy... And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Foster Moreau, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what to...
The field comes New Orleans.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right.
Completes it to Perry.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Justin Simmons firing all the way in from his safety position.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Perry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And he'll find Moreau here. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Back to throw here. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. They'll drop to throw. And got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And
they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Saints, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.